Alright, so about a week ago, I made a video discussing how horror games have been absolutely amazing this year. Although there's been a few hiccups, yeah, I'm talking about you, Redfall, you are still a shitty game.
Bruh. Vampires underground!
The majority of releases have been so much fun to play. I then discuss how there's one soon-to-be-released horror game that nobody's talking about, but could be one of the scariest games released in 2023. However, I was wrong. In fact, I could not have been any more wrong even to save my life. Because there's an up-and-coming horror game that was recently released in early access, and yet nobody's mentioning it at all. This is a game that will give the strongest of the strong PTSD within a snap of a finger. A game that once you boot it up for even a second, you will come out a different person. And even though this game is already hands down the scariest game to have ever existed, it sits at a very reasonable price on Steam for only $1 million. Of course, I am talking about Spooky Men. Now, some of you watching this video may have already heard about Spooky Men, but for the unaware who have been living under a rock for the past few months who don't know what this masterpiece is, well, let me give you a quick rundown. Spooky Men is an early access horror game that was released on May 9th of this year. You and up to 7 of your friends have to survive this haunted mansion while completing certain tasks before the Spooky Man spooks you to death. Oh god. Shit. Sorry everybody, that's just... I think I need to change my underwear. Fun fact though, this game is a major inspiration for other popular horror games like Demontologist, Phasmophobia, and many, many more. Some would even argue, myself included, that Phasmophobia and Demontologist blatantly stole the ideas and gameplay of Spooky Men. And you know what? They didn't even steal it correctly. I mean, take a look at this horrifying gameplay by Spooky Men. This jump scare alone would give me nightmares for weeks on end. And then take a look at this coward pussy unoriginal shit that Phasmophobia has. It's pretty clear which game is better, and if anyone in the comments says it's Phasmophobia, well, you're just gonna get banned from my comment section. The scares within Spooky Men make this game absolutely priceless, and you and I both know it. Except it actually does have a price. Now, upon release of this just phenomenal game, the developer and publisher behind Spooky Men, called Bloody Bear Games, or otherwise just known as Bob, he decided to price the game at a criminally low price of $1 million. That's right, folks, if you wanted to own a couple copies of Spooky Men for you and your 7 other friends, you would have to pay $8 million altogether. That's still a very low price if you ask me. But I know some of you watching this are penny pinchers, you greedy little assholes, but it's okay though. Bob, the greatest and most selfless person alive, decided to cut the game's price down by 99.98%, making this now worth only $200 to play on Steam. In some cases during Steam sales, Bob would cut the game's price down by 99.999941%, making it worth 59 cents. That's right, in some cases you could spend that money on a couple sticks of gum, or if you were actually smart with your money, you could spend it on the scariest game known to mankind. With that said, even though Bob created this nightmare-fueled game, and even though he listens to his loyal audience by cutting down the price by that much and constantly updating the game, there are trolls and losers deciding that they want to review bomb this game or make slanderous videos on Spooky Men. In fact, Charlie Moist Critical decided to outright lie and spread false information about how this is a lazy asset flip that anybody could make just by pulling shit out of the Unity asset page. Fuck you, Charlie. Thankfully though, there's been people lifting this game out of the mostly negative review state, like how Mr. Bob said that this is the next PT, or how Heisendoge says that this game... wait, includes Spooky Men? Oh fuck man, I need to change my underwear again. Or how about Mindless Spaceman saying this is the greatest game he had ever bought, which he received for free. It's clear that the people who really played this game truly knows how terrifying it is. Sadly though, I'm a broke ass bitch. I cannot afford this low price of $200. I only have $4.68 and half a Big Mac to my name. So Bob, if you are watching this, I beg you, give me a code for this game. I know you've been such a selfless person already by lowering the price while updating the game to somehow make it more polished than it already is, but please, I need to endure the wrath of those spooky men.